Are you prepared for hagfish slime? Wrong. No one is prepared for hagfish slime. So, if you are aware of the existence of hagfish, you're probably into biology, or you've seen this news article. This is a hagfish, and no, it's not a fucked up worm, it is a fish. Hagfish are classified as vertebrates, despite having no vertebrae. They are a type of jawless fish in the group Agnatha, same as the lamprey, and they are vertebrates despite having no vertebrae, no bones, no jaws, any of that. They are still there because they have the other synapomorphies that classify vertebrates, despite having no vertebrae. And they are the slimiest things in the world, other than your ex. These guys produce so much goop, it is not even funny. So, hagfish are a type of jawless fish that live at the bottom of the ocean. They are typically scavengers, they don't hunt or anything, they just eat whatever falls to the bottom of the ocean when a different organism dies. So commonly they can be found on whale falls, which happens when a whale dies, sinks to the bottom, and gets eaten by all the stuff that lived down there. Apologies for this traumatic image, but they eat by just burrowing their way into the flesh of the whale or whatever is down there and then just eating it. They also lack eyes and lack jaws and lack pretty much anything that has any semblance of not being a Lovecraftian horror. Since they have absolutely no semblance of a backbone or the grace of God, they are the only organism that can tie themselves in a knot. And they do this to be able to clean themselves of the slime they produce, because even the hagfish are not always prepared for hagfish slime. Now, they do produce all of the slime, but they do not want all of it on there all the time, so they have to, just kind of squeegee themselves off in order to not be completely overwhelmed by their own goop. Now, this slime is largely produced as a defense mechanism, as anything that wants to eat the hagfish, when trying to bite the hagfish, instead they get a mouthful of this disgusting goo, which, as you can imagine, is not very appetizing. And sometimes, if a shark or something trying to eat this hagfish gets enough of the goop, it can actually choke on it and die. So, when under a stressful condition, for example, being eaten by a shark, this hagfish produces all of its goo, the shark is like, ew, gross, absolutely not, and releases the hagfish swims away unharmed, often, not even punctured by the shark teeth, because they cannot get through the slime. Now, what is this good for, beyond completely grossing out sharks? Well, scientists and bioengineers and biotechnology people are actually looking at this for its very interesting properties. Similar to spider silk, it's made of polymers that are very tough, very durable, very slimy. Basically, it's a protein-based mucus that is actually made up mostly of seawater. It's mostly water, with the protein stuff kind of suspending it into a jelly. So the hagfish slime in the future, after more studies, could have very interesting uses in biotechnology, textile industry, medical industry, etc., etc. Since it has super unique and kind of crazy properties that scientists are trying to synthetically replicate and study and see what future uses it could have. But until then, you may just be seeing this in your sleep paralysis demons.